Hey, Tommy, this is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. Hey, thanks for signing up at TrendLizard. Glad you're a member of the community. I think you're going to like what we do. I'm sure, as you already know, we use the Elliott wave theory, apply it to price charts to determine where things are in their price progression, and that'll tell us, if we can figure that much out, where they're going to head in the future. So that's what we do on our website. As you're seeing, we cover 40 different ETFs. We're soon going to cover crypto and individual stocks as well. And we forecast the overall market. So hopefully it's something you are digging. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I did get your email. Obviously, I'm going to take a look at two stocks for you. To kick it off here, we're going to take a look at Roku, which is ROKU is the ticker, and then Marin Software, which is MRIN. The first one up is Roku, and this is one that I have followed for a while, but I don't think I've ever done a video on it before. It was incepted, its stock back in 2017, had a little up move. In 2018, 2019 has a nice A, B, C pullback. And I think that low there in 2018, late 2018, is the most significant low on the chart here, because off of that low, what appears to be happening is the formation of a 5-wave advance. If you look at the first advance in 2019, it's a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move for wave 1, and then a very clear ABC pullback into that infamous 2020 low for wave 2. And then off of that low, a very nice advance that is very much since ended, but you can see the advance itself, a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move into the mid 2021 high. And since then has gone from about 500 all the way down to 200, and it's currently trading at 236. Now, the way I see it as is, this appears to be a fourth wave correction. The one part I don't love about it is the fact that it's retraced a little bit more than 61.8% of this third wave advance here. The bottom of the yellow area would be a 61.8% retracement, so you can see it's moved a little bit below there. But there's hope for Roku to turn it around and continue higher from here. It needs to fairly soon to keep this labeling on track and keep Roku pointed towards higher prices. Now, if this labeling is correct, as with any 5-wave move, we'd expect a 1, 2, 3, 4, then a 5th wave up to new highs. So the potential is very large, given that it's trading at 236 and the high is currently at 500. So the goal is to determine if this 4th wave is over and if we're going to have an opportunity to watch some trendy upside movement take us to new highs. So let's go ahead and zoom in. We're just going to take a look at the price action off of the 2020 low. So I wanted to provide a little more detail into why we think this 5-wave move is over. For one, it has a nice 5-wave form to the upside. And you can see the detail of each up leg. Every up leg with the direction of the trend should be playing out in 5-wave moves, as this one has. Very clean move. Now, there's some debate and some debate in my own brain, I guess, that I've had between whether this was part of a larger correction here, this up leg here, or if it was the 5th wave of the advance. And you can see the up leg itself looks like a 5-wave move. That's why I call it a 5th wave advance. Even though it just barely set a new high, it's a very short 5th wave. It still appears to be a 5th wave to me. Now, what we've seen since then is a very large pullback. So far, a 3-wave move to the downside, retraced a little bit more than 61.8%, but it's been quick to snap back and is showing some life off of this low that shows promise. So let's go ahead and just zoom in on the pullback itself. And this is what we're looking at here. Again, it does look like an ABC move. We would love to see this recovery grow to leave this as a counter trend ABC move. That would be one way we could really turn bullish here. And then the other would just be to see trendy upside action off of December's low. Now, we see the potential that this pullback has completed just recently, I think last week. And because of what we're seeing off this low here, it looks very strong, very purposeful. Let's go ahead and zoom in and look at just at that. So this is that advance off of December's low. You can see that up leg looks like a small trendy 5-wave move. And just as clear is the counter trend nature of this sideways action that's happened since then. So this is constructive price action. Trendy upside movement, counter trend downside movement. Appears to be setting up higher prices. Now, if this sideways movement has ended, Roku will stay above 228. It's not a big deal if it goes below that. It just means this sideways move has not ended yet. The more important level is 208. Roku needs to stay above 208 if this is an important low. If it moves below 208, I would be concerned on a couple different levels. For one, it would tell us that this pullback's not over, which means if we step all the way back, that this 4th wave pullback has not yet completed, and it's already been so deep to the downside I'd be concerned. If it moves below 208, I would be concerned that maybe this is the start of a larger pullback, something more important than I'm giving it credit for. So that is the most important level on the chart right now, 208. But again, as we see, there's some serious potential to the upside with what we're seeing off of December's low with this trendy upside action, counter trend price action to the side. So I say be bullish on Roku as long as it's trading above 208. The potential will be very large to the upside, but again, has to stay above 208. There is that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at Marin software, MRIN. Significantly less excited about the prospects on this guy. Now, we're taking a look at its price action since its inception back in 2013 on a linear scale. So every box here is 10 points, 130, 120, 110, so on and so forth. We normally don't look at it this way, but I want to put it into this perspective because it just shows you the destruction that's happening, that has happened over the last decade or so. And even though it had a really nice bounce, and this is probably what got a lot of people interested in it, it just gave it back. And I mean, this is a downtrend. This does not look like a trendy upward moving stock. So anyway, let's change our scale to linear. So that makes every box a similar percentage move. And it puts that recovery in 2020-21 a little bit more into perspective and how important it is for the stock. But anyway, as you can see, it's been in a very large downtrend into that 2020 low, got under $1, popped up towards 30, and now it's back down towards about $4. The only reason we would be interested in MRIN in any way is if we could look at this price action to the upside and say this looks trendy or has the potential to be trendy. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this price action here. As you can see, it does not look trendy to me. I mean, every single up leg you have, it's followed by a pullback, up leg, and overlap. Every time it goes up, it overlaps. This is not the stuff of trends. The counter trend portion of this move is significantly bigger than the very brief spurts of strength. And then the overall thing just doesn't look trendy in any way. Possibly one way that this could be interesting is if this down leg off of, July's high, June or July's high, turns to be a counter trend move. Maybe then you get another pop like this. Even if it's a counter trend move, maybe it'll become a larger counter trend move before it's over. So far, let's go ahead and zoom in actually on this pull leg, down leg so far. So far, it's a three-wave move, as you can see. If it was able to get above 850, obviously that's a huge move. You're talking about doubling the price of the stock, but this guy moves quick, so it's not that big of a deal. If it could do that, then this down leg would look like a three-wave move. Then you could at least make a case for a larger counter trend recovery to form. That's not the type of stuff that I personally look for. I'm looking for trendy upside moves, not to just kind of get in on a larger counter trend chop fest. But a move above 850 would redeem the stock enough that you could see the potential for it to recover back to the 2021 high. I wouldn't own it. I wouldn't touch it. It looks like a dog again. If you step back out, just looks like a downtrend, kind of a pump, a little bit of a dump, and hard to go from there. I'd be getting out of something like this, but if it is able to double in price and get above 850, then things would look a lot more promising to the upside. So I hope that is helpful. As always, a pleasure. And if you want me to take a look at more stocks for you as we go, we do 3 of these for you every month since you're a member of TrendLizard.com. And again, let me know if you have any questions. Have a great evening, great weekend. Happy New Year. Talk to you soon.